Alright, today I'm going to teach you how to do your own oil change on a 5.3 motor. It's going to be the same for most of the 5.3s from the years of 2000, I believe 14 to 2022. They changed slightly, but for the most part, there's a decade there where the motor is almost exactly the same. So this vehicle calls for 8 quarts of 0W20. So make sure you get that synthetic. The filter itself, you're going to have to look up depending which brand or where you're going to purchase it, what filter to get, but make sure you double check that. Obviously you want to check your level before you start. These tend to burn oil, so it's nice to know where you are at. This vehicle in particular was about a quart low after going the 6,000 miles, so that's really not that bad for this motor. They tend to actually burn more than that. I'll show you the underneath, what you're looking at. So make sure you get it jacked up properly. Obviously you can see there I got 2 jacks, 2 jack rods to make sure that if the jacks fail, the rods will also protect me. They're rated up to 2 tons each. Alright, so go back to the sway bar. You are looking at the pan right here. Not every plug is going to be the same because sometimes places replace your plug, but this one's going to be a 15 mil. Then you got your oil filter right here. It's very easy as far as the placement goes. Some of them, I don't know if it's on a 5.3 or not, but sometimes this cutout, you'll see the oil filter in there. It's a little bit messy. I recommend taking this cover down so you can clean it up better, and maybe just not make as big of a mess, but you can clean it up with the cover up. Totally your call. So let's get to it. Alright, for this one, you're going to need some basic tools. You got your ratchet, and then also your socket for whichever size. Make sure you get the correct size. You're going to need a torque wrench in order to torque it down properly. And then also you need, recommended a band wrench. There's other options, but this one's going to be nice and simple. You just slip it up. Make sure you're going counterclockwise, nice and easy. That's all it took. It does help that I did this last, so I know that I didn't over tighten it. We're gonna let it drain. While that drains, we can pop the plug loose. Alright, just so you know on this one, if you're doing it, be prepared because this one does leak a good amount more after you take the filter off. Alright, that's it. That's how you drain your vehicle, and then I will show you how to plug it up and fill it. Alright, at the angle I'm at, I know it's a little bit hard to see, but you want to go up there with a rag and you want to just wipe down the contact points for the oil filter. Get it nice and clean. And then make sure the oil filter is greased, the lubrication, a little bit of pre-fill in the filter. A little bit of oil goes in there first. You don't have to do a whole lot, like a quarter of the way to the halfway is fine. If you want to fill it all the way you can, but you might make a mess. Spin it on by hand. Now once you get it to touch, like right there it touches, okay? So we're gonna go, that's a quarter, quarter, another quarter, 3/4 of the way. Some filters you see it says a full turn, but most of them just say 3/4 of the way. And it's by hand, you don't have to do anything else. Now if you can't do that by hand, a band wrench with a rag in between would be something that you could use to tighten it, but do not go more than 3/4 of the way around. There's absolutely no need. When your plug is finally done draining, make sure you put it in by hand. It should go in all the way by hand, up until the gasket anyway. Some gaskets fight you a little bit if they're thicker. And then this vehicle calls for 18 foot-pounds of torque. All right, we got 18 foot-pounds set up on the torque. It's not much. You go in there, double check it if you want. Some cars recommend it. This car's usually pretty good. And that's it. Then I'll show you how to fill it. All right, so when you go to fill your car, you're gonna need a funnel. You're not gonna wanna do this without, it's very angled. So I put in a little cap there for this funnel. A little angle to turn it so it's a lot easier to fit in. And then I will get my 8 quarts of oil. It's 8.03, so 8 quarts of oil, and we will dump that in. All right, so I have my 8 quarts of 0W20 synthetic. You're gonna carefully put it in. Again, this setup here helps significantly, especially on a vehicle like this, or those Hondas where it's extremely hard to get to in the front. This helps a lot too. All right, so we filled it. We let this drip dry for a while, best we can, just so we're not making a mess. Now, as soon as you take the funnel off, immediately put the cap on. Don't walk away and think you're gonna remember. I've seen too many people forget to put their caps back on. All right, we're gonna hop in and start it. While we're in here, we will reset it for the customer. This one's nice and easy. Hit the check mark to clear it out. You wanna go down till you see oil life, hold the check mark. It's gonna beep. And you're at 100. Now make sure you put it back where you were before you forget how to, or for a customer's sake, they don't know how to sometimes, so just make sure you put it back. Now while the car is running, obviously you're gonna come check it. So caps on, I just double checked my work. All right, and then you wanna come look underneath, make sure you can see what you're looking at. So I can see right there, drain plug. I know I torqued it. I know I torqued it to 18 foot-pounds. Filter, I know I turned it a 3/4 turn. So we are looking good. No messes, no leaks. And the oil change is done. Now we just gotta do a tire rotation here. All right, the last step to any oil change is of course making sure you know when you did it and when it's due again, as well as recording it to Carfax. Even if you're doing it yourself, I do highly recommend you report that you did it on Carfax. Customers or non-shops, I should say, can also record or report straight to Carfax so that there is record of your service. All right,